Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, Islam, I self-Lord Master, Prince L, coming to you from the Temple of Light Ministries in Al Andalus, Florida, Miami, Florida Republic. Let me be, specific because we got history lessons to go over, and we're gonna get to those history lessons. Coming to you, first off, before I go into what I'm coming to do today, let's just state, honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who, in 1928 brought the Moorish Science Temple of America to those Moors unknown to themselves to assist in the upliftment of fallen humanity. That's what it's always about, Everything that we got to be doing is all in the interest of uplifting fallen humanity, all right? So that means, for the people who like to read, I'm going to provide you some sources, or cite some sources for you to go ahead and take interest into, look up on your own free time. For the people who are not, familiar, you can look at this as an introductory course into a number of different, sciences of study, schools of thought. Okay, so, and with that said, let me give my caveat, which is, the following is not for any legal advice, any financial advice, any medical advice. If you need legal, medical, financial advice, you need to see, the people that are specialists in those fields. I myself, Prince Jonathan L., am a doctor of Oriental medicine. I'm also a licensed massage therapist. I'm also a special Moorish emissary. I'm also a minister. And what else am I? What else do I do? Oh, also I'm I'm going through the ADAP chambers. You know what I'm saying? So this is part of my self study. Okay, me investing my own energy and time into studying myself, knowledge of self. All right. So there's plenty of distractions that you might hear. Don't let those things like hinder your ability to focus on what it is that I'm going to be talking about. I just want to make a slight adjustment so that way, just in case, I want to make sure that the mic picks up everything that I'm talking about today. All right. And I think that might have helped out with the lighting situation just a little bit. I don't want to look, sinister. We're going to get into some knowledge and science, boys and girls. Maniacal laugh. Okay, so let's go ahead and be serious. So, as it was requested, someone said, Prince L, or they asked someone else. They asked Jonathan. They said, Jay, when you going to go ahead and hit us with some law? When you getting into the law studies? I was like, okay, all right. What kind of law should we go through, all right? Well, like I said, I got to take you through, the most basic premises of law all the way up to the highest forms of law. But basically, that can be a little bit challenging. It can be a little difficult to explain to people who are not familiar with where law stems from, So let's go through it. 4th grade all the way up to PhD level stuff, all right? This is for sources, you go ahead and you do your own information, look into stuff. I got books, okay? I got everyday law books. So we're going to talk about law today, all right? I got pocket-sized law books, okay? I got hardcover purchase law books, You can see I got 6th edition right here, but you really want to go for a 4th edition, Some of these words may be unfamiliar to you. So, and we're going to be talking about legal definitions, all right? So you're going to need a legal dictionary for this, or a legal dictionary app. It's that day and age of Aquarius, age of rapid information. You want instant gratification? It can't happen without a little bit of instant participation and investigation. Okay, so some of these words that are legal, they are kind of big. For some people who are not familiar with, a little bit of big words, nothing to be afraid of. We're going to break. That's why I got the dictionary out, so that way we can do this simple, and you can get this, and you can get the gist of how to use your dictionary, how to study case laws, and how to go ahead and apply the meanings of these case laws and these definitions to your everyday life, and it'll change your perception of everything that you view around you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started into a little bit of law. What we're going to talk about today, boys and girls, is something called colorable law. I hope that this pops up correctly, but you know, they say that some people, the majority of all humanity is like, you know, dyslexic, so they always like flipping the words and stuff like that. So, color of law, colorable courts, colorable, and law. We're going to define all these words today, okay? So, I'm going to give you a basic understanding of where the law comes from for starters, alright? For starters, go all the way back to the cradle of civilization, alright? Man always had or adhered to some system of laws like what? Laws like gravity. What goes up must come down. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Then you got physics, which evolved from those type of laws, which is like every action has an opposite and equal reaction, you know? Or for every, you know, an object in motion will stay in motion until met by equal and greater density, or greater density. You know, those are some of the laws of physics and gravity. All right, so those are things that are factual. All right, gravity is real. All right, here's a pin. It's up here, right here. I drop it, it's down. That's real. Okay, that's fact. Okay, now you have something that's considered colorable, which means that it is the illusion. I'm going to go ahead and show you the definition of color first, so that way you don't take my word for it. I'm going to read it to you from the small book, and I'm going to go to the big book. I'm going to see if I can do both at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how skilled I can be at doing this. I got D on one side. I got CO. All right, we're close on both sides. CR, court, probate, concern, COM, course, council, committee, collateral. Okay, we're close. We got collateral. Collusion, ooh, that's a good word. Collation, up close. Colloquium. Okay, so color is, there it is, color. It's in the small dictionary. Here's a brief definition. Color, a noun. So if you understand what a noun is, it is a person, place, or thing. Color is a noun, okay? It is a person, place, or thing. Let's see what type of person, place, or thing it is. 1. Appearance, guise, or semblance, especially the appearance of a legal claim to a right, authority, or office. 2. Common law pleading, an apparent but legal insufficient right or ground of action admitted in a defendant's pleading to exist for the plaintiff, especially a plaintiff's apparent and usually false right or title to property, the existence of which is pleaded by the defendant and then attacked as defective as part of a confession and avoidance to remove the case from the jury by turning the issue from one of fact to one of law. As part of a confession and avoidance to remove the case from the jury by turning the issue from one of fact to one of law. Colorable. Let's go ahead and look up colorable. It says colorable, color of law. Let's go straight to colorable. Let me just read color of law, because that's number 2 right here, right? So let's look at colorable law. Color of law, the appearance or semblance without the substance of a legal right. The term usually implies a misuse of power made possible because the wrongdoer is clothed with the authority of the state. State action is synonymous with color of state law in the context of federal civil rights statutes or criminal law. See state actions. So, in color of law, it's telling you that it is the appearance. In color, it is a noun. It is the appearance of a noun. So, color of law is the appearance of a person, place, or thing. So, it's the appearance of a person, place, or thing. Or semblance without the substance. So, it's not real. Of a legal right. The term usually implies a misuse of power made possible because the wrongdoer is clothed with the authority of the state. You hear that? The wrongdoer is clothed with the authority of the state. Now that says that clothed, that means dressed. Okay? Dressed in what, you might ask? Dressed in possibly a uniform of black or blue or brown. Do you see how that works? Let's go ahead and keep going. Let me look at colorable. Can I find colorable in this book? Color, title, color. Oh, well, I guess we're just going to have to look at colorable in the bigger book, because this is the big one. And this one's got the big words, or the bigger definitions. Oh, past the C-O-M, color of law. Okay, we're close. Color of title, color of title act, combat. Oh, that's a good word. Color of law, color of authority, colorable imitation, colorable claim, colorable alteration, colorable. There we go. That which is in appearance only and not in reality. What it purports to be, that means what it assumes or presumes or alludes or seems to be or appears to be. Hence counterfeit, feigned, means fake, having the appearance of truth. Case law, Wendell versus Flynn, 196 Oregon, 654-251, page, part 2, second edition, 136, 146. So there you go, boys and girls. That's how that whole colorable law system works, okay? So you already understand. The law is fact. It has to be based on fact, okay? Not the appearance of an fact. Not the appearance or an opinion of someone. It has to be valid, substantial, real. This is real. It's real. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Do you get it? 4th grade to PhD. You just got it. Come on now, you got this. This is nothing. This is easy for you. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this, yesterday, in the previous videos, I'm just going to make this brief. I got to wrap this up. In the previous videos, part 1 and 2 of just who are the real white people, all right? You have the colorable appearance. You have the appearance of a white person, all right? Most of the society is basing the understanding of what color of a person is based on the physical appearance, not on the fact of who they are. All right, we're talking about, yes, the previous videos talking about who the real white people are. All right, the real white people are the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa, and North Africa. All right, so, and we already know that all life, as far as humanity goes, started in the cradle of civilization, which is Africa, because people migrated out of Africa, went north, or rather south, because there's that whole flip of the map. If you haven't started understanding the flip of the whole geography thing, that more science has brought all cultures across the planet. When I say Moors, I'm talking about the original peoples, all right, which were all dark-skinned, olive-complected, individuals. And then, genetic adaptation, certain recessive genes get radically expressed and you got albinos, okay? And then that whole, group of individuals who all, birds of a feather, they flock together. So, put that all together. And what you got what's real versus what's fake. They identify you under colorable law. We're going to get into just how to, correct the status or the false claims made against you, people who think you're black, Negro, colored, Latino, Jamaican, Haitian, all of that, South American, Cuban, Venezuelan, all of that stuff. All you individuals who think that that's who you are, that's not who you are. That's what slave masters gave the titles to their slaves. All right, but we're going to get into how to correct colorable law in all courts of jurisdiction. All right, so, and when I say all courts of jurisdiction, I mean all courts of real authority, the ones that can actually do something. I'm talking about Title 3, Article 3 courts, all right? We're going to get into the amendments of the Constitution, Moors don't think that it pertains to them, but how else are you combating their legal system if you're not using their information? You got to use the information that relates to you. You know what I'm saying? You're subject of it, you're of it, not subject to it. You get it? All right? So, love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Always. I, self, law, and master. You are too.